multiple heroes. And I'm actually surprised that Onic themselves banned both of them. I mean, I will not be surprised if either or is banned, but the two of them, man, it's weird for me to see.
Yeah, we're really gonna be leaning towards a relatively tankless lineup here for these guys because
Yeah.
Grok is still viable. Don't get me wrong. Oh,
Yep.
the lock in on the Chou. They
Okay.
if they're yeah, they're gonna be no doubt running Masha as a tank here, which is no
Really?
technically speaking, Masha was classified as a tank back then. On the flip side, though, there is a lack of tanks as well. It is going to the Popol and Kupa playing as the tank here, but looking at the the draft,
Yeah.
I'm kind of partial with Onic Indonesia's picks here.
It's weird. But if you look at the composition and only look at one, you're kind of asking yourself, does this actually make sense for both of these teams? And what I'm trying to say is, if you only look at Onic PH with, covering the lineup of Geek Fam, you'd say, okay, this is not a winning draft. But if you uncover it against the Geek Fam squad, you would favor it just because of the fact that Geek Fam squad looks, I'd say, more questionable. Nevertheless, this the big, how do they say this? The big benefactor of not having so much of a tanks heroes like Ling and Lancelot. And guess what? We are watching Ling going up against Lancelot. So who's gonna thrive here? So that's a big question.
Yeah, that
And
is
yep,
the biggest of all questions. I completely agree with you.
yeah,
Well, we're gonna
okay,
be diving into the game. We're gonna see how aggressive the play is, as Masha is pretty aggressive in the attempt to go for an invade, but will be relegating back as they are looking for Joker here. Joker tried to go for the seal. Antimage on this Masha, low on HP, but high on DPS, and that managed to secure the kill.
wow, that's very good control of the Ling, and that's correct me if I'm wrong. This is Ayamjago from before, from the champion, the world champion. I mean, not world, but Southeast Asian champion. Onic PH of Onic Indonesia, don't we know? And Antimage is still there. One of the best offlaners that the history of Southeast Asian Mobile Legends has ever seen. He invented that. Well, he did not invent it. He continuously did it, and I called him Mr. Reset. So back when resetting your opponent's jungle matters most, he always did that, either with the Thamuz, with the Leomord, as well as the Hellcurt. And I'm happy to see him play again, but this time in a totally different setup. It's a very aggressive Masha, I'd say, from Antimage this time.
Yeah, and Masha is going to be going up against Thamuz, and more often than not, that's going to be Thamuz
Yeah.
winning the duel as soon as they reach level 4. Top lane, though, there is a big presence here over the side of Geek Fam. They're going to be backing off
Mhm.
as Joker once again falls down by the hands of Sanjago.
Yep.
Jago. Abyssal Arrow now going to be connecting potentially onto Ayamjago.
Yeah. He Here's what's surprising. You can see 2 kills already, right? That's both on the Ling. The Ling is fairly, I'd say, richer than the Lancelot, who's 400 ahead. But overall, you can see that Geek Fam, they're leading a lot when it comes to EXP. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. We're going to see a lot of ultimates going to come out now. It's going to be the Valir to get out. Tempest of Blades committed just to run away. But this taking down. Nice timing on the Lancelot. Now Selena is the next target. In comes the EXP advantage coming out from Geek Fam as they're winning the team fight with just 2 minutes, even when they are down when it comes to gold a little bit. And look at their transition, man. They're taking the purple buff.
Taking the purple buff, depriving Ling of any resources in the earliest of all early games. Really
Yeah.
something you're going to be looking forward to as we transition on over to the mid game. Turtle is no priority for Geek Fam here to get the turtle, actually. The priority is leaning towards Onic PH, but Geek Fam is going to be starting the turtle.
They have the X-Borg. They don't have the Masha, but they have X-Borg. I'm not entirely sure if they can though, because there's the threat of Esmeralda, there's the retribution available on the Ling. You also have the Masha on the side, so a lot of ways for the side of Onic Indonesia to actually take that away from them. Maybe if they do get one kill or two kills, maybe then they can take the turtle. Or what they're doing now is just to fend off Onic and then just take it. But Nomad, yeah.
Yeah, they're looking for it. There goes the falling Star Moon and the last Insanity as well. Turtle is down to half HP. Rasy, Selena is about to go down. Gets immobilized by Popol and Kupa, but going to be backing off. Sanjago is going to be joining the fray. Turtle HP is going to be reset here.
Yeah. Nobody, look at this. Nobody is going to the turtle without any kills first. You always have to take note that both of the teams have legitimate contention against the turtle. They don't want to give your opponents a chance or an opening for yourself. Down the bottom lane, Nomad, it seems like the last Insanity is going to be used. They pop the Esmeralda, burning him down, and it's going to be the Popol and Kupa to get the last hit.
And really, this is Geek Fam just getting dominant control over this game. They're trying to prevent the spikes from coming in from Onic Indonesia, wherein it's gonna have to be Ling, by just getting the map pressure, making sure that the jungle is theirs, relatively speaking, and zoning out the opportunities for them to get the turtles. So speaking of turtles, it looks like there is going to be an attempt. They're just poised to make a counter attack here.
Middle, they want to take down this Ling, but Ling is already out. Masha staying up top against the Thamuz. This is going to be an ever-long story for sure. It's Thamuz versus Masha, just making sure that nobody gets ahead when it comes to lane control. Now the turtle going to be started by Geek Fam. In comes the Chou. Tempest of Blaze. Oh, nice pushback coming out from the steering card. In comes the last Insanity, burning down the Chou. What is next? They want to go for the Ling now. The Ling is going to be taking down, double kill for the X-Borg. Can they chase down for more? It seems like they aren't interested, as they've already gotten good control of the map, taking the turret in the middle after getting that two-man takedown.
And this is foreseen opportunity for them to start going for the turtle. They can completely zone out Esmeralda here, because Esmeralda can go for the falling Star Moon, yes, but she will immediately be bursted out. And speaking of which, that is going to be the turtle secured off-camp kill there over at the top lane. Ipin making sure that he secures that kill.
Yeah. It's a Thamuz. With the help of the Popol and Kupa, they were able to get the kill onto the overextending Masha. You know that if you're a Masha player, you are always tempted to go for those cuts, or those minion cuts, like what the Ipin on the Thamuz is doing now. But unfortunately, he did not take for account the fact that there could be reinforcement available for the Thamuz, and that's why he was taken out. Up top, there's the push that Ipin, as well as Joker, have always wanted.
Yeah, they're going in for the third push as well. Missile Arrow is going to take Sanjago, waiting for an opportunity to use the Tempest of Blaze. And Tempest of Blaze is going to be committed. They managed to take down the kill onto Joker. Ipin is going to go relatively safe there, but against Sanjago, falls down by the hands of Lancelot. Ipin will manage to survive there. Doyoksyl goes for the Thorn Bro. It's not going to be enough to take down the Masha because of that sustain, and Ayamjago is going to be left alone here over the top lane. No chances of him to survive this. Actually, the Flicker is going to be a force. The Jeet Kundo connects, and he's going to get taken out.
Oh, well, the setup. The Jeet Kundo setting up for the arrow. This a lot of patience coming up from Drian Ozawa, if I pronounce that correctly. Yeah, very nicely done there. But a little bit of recovery. After killing down the Lancelot, that's really good for Onic Indonesia. Every death that this Lancelot suffers, it's a big dent in their, I'd say this, presence in the late game. Because mid-game, definitely it's Lancelot favored. But late game, that's when you ask, can he actually win against the Ling?
That's a big question. Ling is, doing relatively okay here, but the added value of Ling here against the Lancelot is that Ling can just maneuver all over the places without any problems, and Lancelot is just going to be relying on his dash and on the on this Thorned Rose for reposition. And even then, you could still pretty much predict where Lancelot is going to be landing after the Thorned Rose.
It looks like there was a kill on the turtle. It's gonna be secured by Ling. Sanjago. Now onto the bottom. They want to go. Last Insanity gonna be committed, but not gonna reach two of the members of Onic Indonesia. Even the Fire Snakes will not be there. Popol and Kupa actually jumps here. I don't wonder why they are chasing. It seems like they didn't have any chance at all, but they still tried. Want to go for a punishment. Esmeralda oversteps a little bit. Receives so much damage and just backs down. Onto the middle, Nomad. It's the Turbo Masha moment.
Yeah, it's the Turbo Masha. Masha is going to be able to take down the turret. Low on HP, but let's focus on Sanjago here for a bit. Thorned Rose, the Tempest of Blades is going to be used. So Thorned Rose is not going to be enough for him to escape. That's going to be Joker going down as well. It's just Ayamjago and gets the stun onto Ramzu as well.
Yeah.
The Abyssal Arrow being on point here by Drian Ozawa.
So much on point, and many of the fights that Onic Indonesia have won was because of this Selena setting up for good kills. 5 out of the 8 kills is part of, and they're trying to go for more, or maybe just for zone out, as they just want to push up top with this Masha, and quickly doing so, knowing that Masha is one of the strongest heroes in taking down turrets.
Masha has been doing a good job with that. Able to take down the top lane turret, mid lane turret as well, despite being contested by Ipin. You really have to make sure that you control Masha's positioning, because she can, even if you manage to make her fall back with quotation marks, she'll just be able to regenerate that in a snap of a finger. With her lifesteal as well, she'll be able to come back into the lane and make sure that she dishes out a lot of damage onto the turret.
Looks like there will be a little bit of preparation around the purple buff area.
Yeah, it's
Like it's
4-man presence here, actually.
yeah, 4-man presence.
5-man presence by
Wow.
Geek Fam.
In the Masha, this very sneaky Antimage. He knows that he can actually contest that lore, but not overstay there. As he's quite frightened of some backstabs, especially from this X-Borg as well as the Masha. It's gonna be another calm before the storm, another peace and quiet for both teams. And honestly, Nomad, it's the gold is not that massive when it comes to the deficits. It's actually pretty even at this point.
Relatively even. And the cores are relatively doing a good job here. They are even in terms of gold. The Falling Star Moon, though, is going to be landing, but not going to be finding any joy there. Sanjago takes down Joker. Ipin's going to be forced to continue the fight here against Butsss, and he is going to be forced back off here as Ipin drops down to 10% of HP. The Abyssal Arrow almost connects. They're going to be backing off. This is going to be a fairly okay Lord take for Onic PH to take, but they'd rather just shove out the lanes and make sure that the lead is still secured.
Backlines, Jago, the Ling goes for Ayamjago. So it's the Jagos. I don't know what that means, and hopefully we get to be enlightened by all of our viewers out there. This actually prompts the stop onto taking the Lord coming out from Onic Indonesia. And as I say this, Rasy Shena, our Chou, just scouting out the orange buff, but with the help of Ipin as well as Joker, Lancelot gets that orange buff. Now onto the bottom, there's a big push coming out from Butsss. This Esmeralda. This is gonna be scary. I think that this should be answered. 2 cannons, a couple of minions out there. Esmeralda is gonna just back down. Oh no, man! There seems like there will be a fight around the Lord area.
There is going to be a fight. They need to make sure that they dive in immediately now, because Antimage can pretty much secure this Lord on their own. And they're Onic Indonesia. They're doing a good job here. Last Insanity just to secure the Lord. The Lord is gonna be stolen by Geek Fam, and they might just be paying the price for that, because Doyoksyl is gonna go down by the hands of Rasy. Ayamjago getting chased down here by Animage with the Thunderclap, and he gets taken out. Ramzu is going to go down as well. It's just going to be Ipin left alive. Is that even worth it, Wolf? That was a 4-for-1 trade with the Lord in the favor of Geek Fam.
That's definitely not. I mean, they were able to get the Lord, but this is an easy wave clear coming out from Onic Indonesia. And they also have the superior push coming out from the Ling, as well as obviously the Masha. Very, very fast when it comes to taking down turrets. And up top, there was already the inhibitor down. Now, like Indonesia, just getting the spoils of war, getting all those purple buffs. Looks like Esmeralda is going to be a little bit in a pickle, but he's an Esmeralda. Can get away so safely. No.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
back into the fray. I'm sorry about that. I had to fix something real quick.
Okay, I'm sorry about that too. To the bottom, you can see that now that it's Butsss on this Esmeralda just pushing the minion wave, making sure that they take out those big minions. And it's not like they are chasing.
Oh, Rasy though. Getting caught. Will manage to escape that pushback.
Yeah.
Helped him.
Yep. Steering turret now onto the bottom, you can see the Esmeralda, just like I said earlier, just pushing.
Just
Seems like with the thumbs, it seems like with the Thamuz presence going back and just to defending that, that should be enough to defend against Esmeralda.
Esmeralda just doing side laner things.
Yeah.
Speaking of side laner things, Ipin being contested here by Sanz from pushing forward even.
Yeah.
Big rotation from Geek Fam. Going to be disengaging instead. Blade of Despair finally in the hands of Sanz.
Yep. It's gonna be, how do I say this? It's gonna be calmer now. Then again, that inhibitor really stopped Geek Fam from getting comfortable in this map. And the fact that they're catching arrows left and right coming out from this Selena, that's also equally scary. Because it's already hard for them to get out of their base and get the farm. It's way harder because there's a potential Selena arrow that can stun you, and the cavalry can easily be there. Ling, oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Stolen it. There it is.
Purple buff gets a kill onto Joker. Tempest of Phase used defensively, but that's going to be the attention being deterred here because the top lane is where Antimage is going in for the push. Thunderclap is available, commits it onto Doyok, gets the kill onto Doyok, and he has to back off here, and he does get taken out. Meanwhile, the rest of Onic Indonesia, they're looking for a way to fight back here as Rasy and Sanjago are low on HP, both getting caught by the last Insanity. That was perfectly timed, all things considered.
Man, that was a lot of mistake coming out from Onic Indonesia. Obviously, they want to have that value kill. This is what we get when you kind of sacrifice yourself. You kill your opponents, but you also sacrifice yourself. When you are an offlaner, for example, when you're a side laner, and you take down the opposing hyper carry with you, that's okay. But then again, Onic Indonesia felt overconfident with that kill on the Lancelot. That was good already. Masha for a Lancelot. Come on, that's good. That's perfect. But because of that, they kind of they went ahead of themselves and just dove against their opponents, and that's why the three-man takedown did not favor them. I was surprised, however, that no Lord Punish will be there for Geek Fam. There could be a clash, Nomad.
Yeah, the falling Star Moon connects onto 4. Last Insanity is going to be connecting onto 3. Ayamjago is going to go down, though. And that's going to be Butsss paying the price for that dive. Doyok will be able to secure that kill. It is a complete disengage, a 1-for-1 trade, but Masha is just eyeing out this orange buff to try to deprive Doyok there. They're on for the aggression, and the Abyssal Arrow is going to connect, but a bit too late because Antimage is still going to pay the price for that.
Oh man. And all of a sudden, Geek Fam, they're getting access to the Lord so easily. This is a 2 versus 4 situation that definitely will not be in favor of the Onic Indonesia side. They still have the Ling. They still have Retribution. They can use that. Ipin, well, falling very low. There's a Lancelot down. The X-Borg and the Ling was able to take on the Lord. And what a nice steal coming out from Onic Indonesia. Man, erase what I've just said. Onic Indonesia with on the back of Sanjago. Man, this Ling is world class.
World class indeed, and Sanjago just doing his best and winning this fight against against Geek Fam, and that is going to be it. This has to be the game. Ipin, though, is doing a good job trying to defend this, but the Falling Star is going to be more than enough to slow him down, secure the kill, and that's the game being secured as well.
Oh, wow. That was how do I say this? It quickly, like a flick of the switch, turned the other way. With just one important clash, and it was all over. Could have sworn that Geek Fam had a straight up chance after Onic Indonesia stumbled in the middle when they tried to dive. But with the play from the Ling, you can't even explain how good it was. Nice time.